So my name is Yao Zhao. I'm a director of procurement at Bell Canada, and I'm in charge of all the operations of procurement systems, governance, processes, etc. Bell is a telecommunications company. It is the largest telecom company in Canada. So we do all types of services, from cell phone services to home TV, home internet, passing by a lot of business solutions in custom networking solutions, as well as a large media presence. Bell has produced over 38,000 hours of content last year. So we started with Ivalua in 2017. We migrated from an old P2P system. We actually went to market and Ivalua won. So since then, we've really expanded on our scope. We started with a few modules, and now I would say we use probably most of the modules that Ivalua has. So I'm going to say we do have continuous improvements. We add new modules all the time. So even today, we're developing, as I said, we developed that custom module for hiring external labor. We keep adding to it. We have just migrated an older legacy system into Ivalua by expanding that module that we built. I also have a full roadmap for next year of different projects that we want to implement in order to make things better and consolidate more and more into the Ivalua system. So yes. So in terms of performance and results from Ivalua, if I focus on the external labor module that we built, I think that has been a dramatic improvement. So before Ivalua, we didn't have a systematic way of hiring and tracking all the contractors and the consultants that we hired. So we built that module, and now everything is centralized in Ivalua, meaning in order to source and hire, it goes through Ivalua, it goes through an RFP process to multiple suppliers. The suppliers log in, the contractors enter the timesheet, everything is in Ivalua, and that has, one, given us more visibility, and two, obviously lower costs, both from the sourcing perspective, but also just from a system administration. It's much more centralized in Ivalua now. So for the expense module, we have two main use cases, either the reimbursement of corporate cards, credit cards, or the reimbursement of what we call out-of-pocket expenses, which means employees paying with their cards and reimbursing via Ivalua. In terms of scope and scale, given the size of Bell, again, 40,000 employees have access to the system. So we're talking over $90 million of spend annually, 300,000 lines of expense items that are processed in Ivalua in any given year. It is one of the better accepted modules in Ivalua, but I have to say, part of it is because it's a mandatory module. If you don't use Ivalua, you don't get reimbursed. With that said, I mentioned ease of use earlier. I think ease of use is high with the system, meaning we don't get too many questions on how it works, right? So it works well for our users. And from a expense management or administration perspective, I actually think is useful too, because I talked about how we can customize the system to do what we want. Even recently, we're implementing new flags and checks to identify personal charges on credit cards and remind those users that these are not accepted company charges and they have to pay that themselves. So that's something that we can do with Ivalua that we would not be able to do as easily before. There's a variety of modules that every single employee at Bell has access to. Expense management is one, but catalog as well, meaning once they go into Ivalua, it's the whole portal of what they have access to, whether it's travel, catalog, hiring external labor, or expenses, it's all there. So obviously Ivalua is a partner for Bell, right? We've been with Ivalua since 2017. We have a long roadmap for Ivalua and we keep expanding it. And we want to continue with this. We have regular checkpoints with our success managers at Ivalua. I think it works well as a relationship. We've been in a relationship with Ivalua since 2017. It's an important system for us that we continue to expand on. And I have a long roadmap of improvements for Ivalua, and I don't see that stopping. It's almost funny because we started Ivalua as mainly a procurement system, whereas I think today it's acting more like a mini ERP, and it's going beyond the scope of what we had envisioned Ivalua to be. And that scope is still increasing. Because I think the future for almost any company today is automation, right? We always try to automate as much as we can. And with Gen AI coming up, it's very interesting for us because it's Gen AI built directly in Ivalua. We always see solutions that are third-party solutions, add-ons that you kind of have to overlay onto your existing systems. I think if we can have better automation built into the tool, that would be a tremendous value for Bell.